Good afternoon. I'm Marilee Rosine Beasley, and I want to show you some fun things that I did the other day. All right, was having a dinner party Saturday night, and I asked one of my friends to buy some flowers on the way here, which she did. She took some of the flowers and she put them in this vase. She took some flowers and put them in a couple of other vases. All right, so then I started looking at how pretty these flowers were. And I decided that I could take a picture and share these flowers with others. One of the things that I like to do is I like to put fresh water in vases and trim the flowers every day. And it seems like I can keep them for quite a while. All right, now the other thing that I decided to do was I started thinking about what do I have handy that I can utilize right away. Now, I like to save things, and 2.5 years ago, there was an election here in Harris County. It happens that I live in Jersey Village. We have a election site, and a couple of days after that election, I went up there and I noticed there were all kinds of these yard signs. Well, I asked if I could have these, so I took them home, and this one turns out had a blank on one side, and I just hate to let anything this nice go to waste. So Bill Beasley has used a lot of these to help kids make antennas. I've used them for some other things, and this one I still had. So what I did is I took this, I had this white thing right here. Then I also had this in my car. I can't remember exactly where I bought it. I don't know if I bought it. Oh, okay. I believe I bought it from a Dollar Tree, and it was probably around like a July 4th. I don't even remember when. Okay, and I saw it recently, and it was in my car. So what I did is I flipped this over, and then I took this and I taped it to the top so that I could get some of this in a picture. And one of the things I wanted to be sure that I had in the picture was I love USA. Okay, so then what I wanted to do is I centered it and I took a picture of the bouquet. Now, I'm a Trump supporter. Some people that I care about aren't. So what I did is I took a picture with both, and I went to a little event at the Trump Katie headquarters, and I had this little flag handy. Now, if I knew somebody was a Trump supporter, then I would make sure that I sent them the picture with the flag. Now, if they were not a Trump supporter, I didn't send them because I don't want to turn people off. I know Trump is crazy. That's okay, because apparently I'm crazy too, because I'm running for office in an area where I'm a little concerned about the people that are, many people like what I have to say, and some people can't stand it because I'm shining the light. Okay, now, so I also, when I got my cell phone, and I used I have a small iPhone or cell phone. So what I did is I looked and I centered it, and then I, of course, looked through the camera. I kept looking to see if it looked. So then what I did, to be sure, is I took some paper towels and I taped them. I taped them so that it would block any possibility of something that didn't make sense in the picture, because I just, I'm just, winging this. I'm just kind of doing what I can do, and I like to just use what I have handy. I'm not going to spend too much time doing this. So whatever I did, I think I taped a paper towel up so no one could see up behind this, the vase. So, I mean, it's just sort of, I just was determined that it would be white. So anyway, this is kind of what I did. And so and then yesterday somebody was over and they were looking at what I had done. And they said, wow, that is just so artistic. And I thought, I didn't really do much. I just took something that I had, that already had it, and I thought I can share this bouquet with somebody else. And I met a lady the other night, and she was going to have surgery, and I thought, I'm going to send her a picture of this to brighten her day. And I have another friend that's having some, issues. So I just said, I'm just going to send a picture of the bouquet. And, the final picture, the way that I liked it. So I just decided that this would be an easy thing to share. So anyway, this is just an idea. You could do something else. You could have other flowers. It could be another, time of the year. It could be closer to spring, where you see, the bunnies, whatever. It could be anything. I save everything I can. I also buy a lot of things like at Dollar Tree. They have, nice inexpensive vases. I also like ginger ale, so I save ginger ale bottles, and I can put things and give those flowers away, or ivy. I have a lot of ivy that I like to give away. So those are just some inexpensive ideas. All right, now I do have some other things to share, and I want to show you a few fun ideas that I just realized. The other night, a friend was over, and I had been saving some bottles like this. These are Chianti bottles. You can still buy them. Along decades ago, people used to have these. They would put a candle in them, and it would give some atmosphere, kind of like Italian restaurants, whatever. And my friend said, watch this, I'm going to show you something. So my friend cut this. This is a smaller version of this. She cut this off of this. And now, here's a nice vase. Look at this vase. Now, what I would do is I would go ahead and soak this, take the labels off, take the rest of this off, and then I could use it as a vase and maybe put something in it and give it away. So this shows you how easy. I mean, she just took scissors, clipped this, and in a few seconds, she had this. Then she looked at it and she said, oh my gosh, I see a turkey. And she said, we can just get a pine cone and turn this into a turkey. So I happen to collect pine cones. So here is a pine cone where you could just pick out. I have a lot of different sizes. So you pick out the pine cone that's the appropriate size. This one I think is pretty good size. That one would be a smaller size, and you just look through your pine cones. So anyway, that's an easy idea. So if you know somebody that's willing to drink a little bit of Chianti and save the bottles, just ask them to do that. Now, something else that I wanted to show you, I probably have mentioned it before, but I did a dinner party Saturday night, and some of the blooms had fallen off. So what I did is I took a little vase that I already had, and I had this in there because I have some pine trees in the back of my backyard. So that was on the ground. I stuck that in there the other day. Then I added these, and I'm doing my best to remember to change this with fresh water every day so that these little blooms don't get too icky. All right, now I have done a video before about creating, and this is a real egg. This is a Christmas egg, so I want to show the idea. Now, these are earrings. Now, what I would do is get a bigger egg with velvet. Then I would take this off of here. Then I would glue this onto the back where the velvet, but this size is not right, but I'm just showing you an idea. All right, now, the other day I was in Dollar Tree, but you probably can find these Hobby Lobby, Michael's, something like this. This is a wooden cross. And I gave it to this young lady that comes over to visit quite often. I gave it to her to do. So she painted it with just different acrylic paints. I also have some glitter. So she added some glitter on the back. So she did two different ideas there. One was glittery and one was something else. There's even a butterfly. So I know that spring is coming, Easter is coming. So this might be something that you could give a gift to a child, give a little bit of some paints, and this could be something special for them to do for Easter. And then you could even date it so you would know how old they were when they did that. Okay, now my final idea is this little frame. Now I bought that at Christmas time. As I recall, at Hobby Lobby, and there's probably a lot of these similar to these. This feels like it's some kind of wood. You may be able to find these pretty easily unfinished, and you could take it and you could paint it with whatever color. This one I think would look great for Easter time. If you hang anything, I even have one of these little trees that I can hang eggs on. And so these are just some inexpensive ideas that, that if you like to do things like this right here is something that probably we can do in 30 minutes. And to me, these are just fun ideas. This could be a fun activity for children that would take, 20, 30 minutes. And they have a simple creation and it's memorable. So anyway, just wanted to share some more ideas with you. Have a blessed day.